Hello, youthful leaders. Welcome to the Amabel P channel, your go-to safe space to master your grammar, sharpen your confidence, and boost your leadership potential. I have a favor to ask. Please don't forget to subscribe in our channel. Again, please don't forget to subscribe in our channel. Remember, confidence in communication starts with grammar competence. So let us learn about grammar, communication, and leadership in this channel. Enjoy!
What do the words vision, team, and apple have in common? They're all nouns. And believe it or not, mastering how nouns work can improve the way you speak, write, lead, and influence. Today, we're diving into one of the most overlooked yet powerful tools in communication, understanding the types of nouns. Now, this isn't just about grammar rules, it's about communicating with clarity, precision, and impact. We'll explore how understanding nouns can sharpen your communication, boost your leadership presence, and eliminate ambiguity in your messaging. So let's get into it, one step at a time. Here are the types of nouns: common nouns, proper nouns, concrete nouns, abstract nouns, countable nouns, non-count nouns, and collective nouns. To start off, let's talk about one of the most basic distinctions: common nouns versus proper nouns. Common nouns refer to general people, places, things, or ideas. For example, employee, meeting, company, goal. So if I say an employee attended the meeting, I'm not being specific. Proper nouns, in contrast, name specific people, places, or organizations, and they're always capitalized. Like Dr. Reyes, Manila, Microsoft, the Great Resignation. Here are more examples. I will be enumerating the common noun and its sample proper noun equivalent. 1. Agenda, leadership agenda. 2. Manager, Sarah Kwan, Director of Operations. 3. Company, Google. 4. Conference, TEDx Sydney. The fifth example is software. The proper noun equivalent is Salesforce. 6. Strategy, Porter's Five Forces. 7. Hotel, the Ritz-Carlton. 8. University, Harvard Business School or St. Louis University. 9. Car, Ford Mustang. Lastly, the common noun is phone and the proper noun equivalent is iPhone 15. Did you notice the difference? Saying, we collaborated with Google sounds much more credible than saying, we worked with a tech company. In short, use proper nouns when you want to sound specific, clear, and authoritative. Why is that? Harvard Business Review 2021 found that concrete nouns increase message retention by 40% compared to abstract jargon. Furthermore, neurolinguistic studies show that proper nouns, for example, a client's name, activate emotional engagement in listeners. Aristotle's rhetoric says that clear naming or the specific nouns establishes logos or the logic and ethos, your credibility. Moreover, modern leadership principles emphasize that specificity equals accountability. Vague terms like issues weaken authority, whereas precise nouns like budget shortfall drive action. Think of nouns as your leadership toolkit. Do you want to inspire? Use vivid nouns. Do you need accountability? Choose precise ones. Did you notice how proper nouns command attention? Correct. They signal preparation and respect. Never say, send it to the vendor. Say, send it to TechSource Incorporated. This reduces errors and builds rapport. Now, let's move on to another critical distinction: concrete versus abstract nouns. Abstract nouns refer to ideas or qualities, things you can't physically touch. Examples include trust, leadership, motivation, innovation. Concrete nouns, on the other hand, are things you can detect with your five senses, something you can see, touch, hear, smell, or taste. Laptop, report, conference room, projector, coffee are examples of concrete nouns. Again, I will be enumerating examples of abstract nouns and examples of their concrete noun equivalent. Feedback is the abstract noun, and survey could be an example of a concrete feedback. Analysis, spreadsheet, creativity, prototype, motivation, bonus, agreement, handshake, process, flowchart, recognition badge, branding, slogan, efficiency checklist. And lastly, the sample concrete noun for collaboration would be the use of a whiteboard. Here's why this matters. In leadership, abstract nouns can inspire. You might say, we believe in excellence and integrity. But when you need action, concrete nouns work best. Example, please review the sales report by 3 p.m. Do you know that a Stanford study revealed that teams using concrete nouns in pitches secured 25% more funding than those using abstract terms? Simon Sinek's Start with Why teaches us to balance abstract vision, our purpose, with concrete step. An example would be the quarterly KPIs or key performance indicators. Use both concrete nouns and abstract nouns strategically. Inspire with ideas, but direct with tangibles. A leader might say, we value transparency, which is an abstract noun, but to execute, say, upload all metrics to the Q2 dashboard by Friday. Dashboard is a concrete noun. Clarity drives results. Speaking of clarity, let's move on to the next types of nouns, namely countable and uncountable nouns, and how they affect the way we use nouns. Countable nouns are those you can count individually. For example, clients, proposals, emails, invoices, deadlines, and milestones. You can say, we sent 3 proposals, or she received many emails. In contrast, uncountable nouns refer to things you can't count as separate units, like information, feedback, advice, equipment, knowledge, data, revenue. Here's a quick example. You wouldn't say 2 feedbacks. You'd say some feedback or a piece of advice. Do not say feedbacks or advices, just feedback and advice or pieces of advice. Here are more examples of countable and non-countable nouns. 1. Meeting is countable while information is non-countable. Other examples are 2. Email, communication. 3. Goal, progress. 4. Training, knowledge. 5. Error, feedback. 6. Award, recognition. 7. Policy, compliance. 8. Survey, data. 9. Benefit, compensation. Lastly, risk is a count noun while uncertainty is non-count noun. The following are additional examples of non-count nouns: ice, water, rain, snow, heat, noise, cotton, glass, money, luggage, work, homework, news, meat, milk, butter, bread, food, tea, sugar, coffee, cheese, and others. Remember, non-count nouns do not have a plural form. Is it possible that a noun can be both count and non-count noun? Yes! An example of this is the noun noise. For example, I heard a noise from downstairs. In this case, noise is countable. I cannot sleep. The neighbors are making so much noise. Noise is non-count in this example. Okay, why should you care about countable and non-countable nouns? Because using countable and uncountable nouns correctly in your writing shows attention to detail, especially in reports or formal communication. Now let's consider how we refer to groups. This brings us to collective nouns. These are nouns that refer to a group treated as a single unit. Examples include team, committee, staff, board, audience. In business, these come up all the time. The team is preparing the launch. The committee has decided on the policy. Notice how we treat the group as a single entity. Understanding this helps you keep your subject-verb agreement correct and your message looking professional. With all that said, why does any of this matter to you, my dear students? Let's connect the dots. In real life, knowing noun types helps you communicate clearly in everyday conversations, whether you're requesting help, giving feedback, or asking for clarification. In business, it allows you to craft precise, persuasive communication, like saying, our brand stands for excellence and trust, using both proper and abstract nouns effectively. In leadership, it strengthens your storytelling and vision casting. You rally people around ideas, assign tasks to specific teams, and bring clarity to strategies by naming things with purpose. In short, understanding the types of nouns equips you to communicate with confidence, influence, and clarity. Let's wrap this up. Nouns aren't just the building blocks of language. They're the building blocks of clarity, confidence, and influence. So the next time you're preparing a report, leading a team meeting, or writing an email, remember, The type of noun you use can shape how your message is received and how powerful it becomes. Thank you for joining me today. Here's to mastering the language of leadership, one noun at a time.